I mentioned this in one of my weekly videos back in January. I'm not sure when this is going to go up, but I got this from a guy I know through my local comic shop. Now, for years, this is pre-COVID, my shop has done a weekly sketch night where artists can come in and for a couple of hours just draw in the back room of the shop, hang out. It's a space dedicated to working on whatever you're working on. I've been going to that for more years than I can count. I am a sometimes writer, not an artist, but that's a whole other story. We're talking about Overflow by Winston Gambro. In that previous video, I mentioned that he was tabled at C2E2, and I just knew him as a guy that shows up and he works hard every week, and then he goes home. I don't know much about him personally, but I learned that he was going to have a book for sale at C2E2. I was very curious, and we traded some books. So I got this from him, and I gave him a couple of my old anthology books from Void. I'll show this, and then I'll show it again at the end, but overflowcomic.com. The basic setup here is there is a guy who's working in the military, and he's in a mech suit, basically this thing here, that opens fire on some Russians, and it sets off this huge international incident. There is people very quickly take sides, things get violent. His sister, he has a sister here who doesn't believe that he did this, and so this is like page 4, so it's not really a spoiler, but he says he didn't do it. She believes him, and she is a small-time investigator, so she usually goes after, to get pictures of cheating, that sort of thing, but she starts investigating, quickly realizes that she's out of her depth, that the things that are stacked against her are well above her pay grade, but she continues nonetheless, and it is basically 4 issues of that. Her investigation, all of the consequences that stem from that, what happens to the brother, what happens to the people that help her along the way. It is very well done, and I mentioned in the weekly that there were surprises in this, that there was the kind of thing that was sticking with me mentally, because ordinarily I sort of read a comic and then I move on, and this was this sort of thing where once I read it, I continued thinking about it, because it's very original. It doesn't, how can I say this? Sometimes you'll start watching a show, a movie, reading a comic, whatever it is, and you can sort of predict how things are going to move because you've read or seen plenty of other things, and this went in some very unexpected places that where it ends is unbelievable based on where it starts, and it is really good. I recommend this for anyone that's interested in sort of original content. This is what I've been talking about the whole time, just seeking out new material, new stories, anything original. This is everything I wanted, and it's good. I recommend it. Again, overflowcomic.com, and it'd be nice just to send some attention his way, maybe get some sales going, because I think this deserves wider attention. I hope that you check it out.